Today's horoscope, Gemini August 24th, 2024. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. You can make good progress today, especially with studies, errands, and communications. Still, be cautious when making formal statements or commitments, as these can be more impactful but error-prone. You can apply yourself once you get motivated today. You can be determined to work on the attitudes that have been holding you back from presenting your best to others. Sharing ideas with others is fruitful, although extra sensitivity may be necessary when it comes to choosing your words. There can be helpful conversations about the past or previously tricky topics. You can be mentally busy. While not everything is moving as swiftly as you'd like, pouring extra energy into a special project can be especially satisfying and successful. When it comes to a zodiac sign that likes a little bit of spice and drama, that's you. As sweet Venus, our goddess planet of romance and attraction, charged through your solar house of home, family, and domesticity, she recently locked horns with mighty Mars, the red planet now energizing your solar house of identity, your zodiac sign. On the one hand, you could feel the fire ignite in your heart and loins for your sweetheart and get to some spontaneous heavy petting behind closed doors. Yet, if you're feeling tension in your living space already, you are guaranteed to be feeling frustration lurking behind every corner. An old work connection may come back. You may have had a falling out with a past coworker or client. Something could have happened, like egregious miscommunication or hurt feelings. If you want to rekindle this connection, today could be a great day to try when Mercury retrograde in Leo trines Chiron retrograde in Aries. But before you reach out, think about what you should say. It might be worthwhile to start with an apology and see where that goes. Have faith that you can smooth things over with this past connection. The current astral configuration gives you added strength in looking inward and taking stock of your health habits to determine if they are serving you or not. Assume an attitude of inquiry but suspend judgment. What does your diet need in order to improve your overall well-being? Copious amounts of drinking water? More fresh fruits and vegetables? More minerals? More vitamins? Listen to what your body is trying to tell you. The power is in knowing. Positive vibrations will make you more combative and demanding than usual today. You will anticipate the feelings of others, notably in your family or married life. Your affective needs will have to be met. Not only will you feel good with others, but in addition, with yourself as well. What more could you ask for? When the moon exits your communication sector today, it will pass control to Mercury, the planet of communication. While the sun has been looking toward the future, Mercury's retrograde motion now shifts more focus to the past as it becomes the sole planet in your communication sector. This occurs just as Mercury forms a friendly aspect with Chiron, also in retrograde motion and known as the planet of healing. Together they empower words to heal, particularly when addressing past issues and unspoken thoughts. When the sun leaves your communication sector today, the job of keeping the communication lines open will fall to Mercury, who in his final days in retrograde motion is putting all his effort into giving the past and unsaid words a voice. This comes just as Mercury's alignment with Chiron peaks and with both in retrograde motion, with the planets of communication and healing joining forces to give the past and unsaid words a voice. Daily Planetary Overview. Why beat a dead horse, right? Sometimes, revisiting old wounds can feel like a necessary step, but today, the universe is encouraging you to take a different path. With Mercury retrograde in Leo trining Chiron retrograde in Aries, there's a gentle nudge to resist the urge to go back in time. While the temptation to reopen old issues might be strong, you might find that there's little to gain from it. Instead, why not shift your focus towards the future? There's so much good on the horizon, and by looking forward instead of backward, you open yourself up to receiving the positivity that's coming your way. Have you ever noticed that when you dwell too much on past hurts, it can prevent you from moving forward? It's like carrying a heavy backpack filled with things you no longer need. Today, you have the opportunity to lighten that load. By letting go of the past, you make room for new opportunities, experiences, and connections that are more aligned with who you are now. This isn't about forgetting what's happened, but rather, choosing to focus on the good that's ahead. Now, today's energy also brings a sense of clarity, especially in your emotional world. You might feel particularly sensitive and more in tune with your desires. Use this clarity to bring a little more rationality to your relationships. It's a great time to strengthen the connections that matter most to you. Have you been feeling the pull to nurture certain friendships or partnerships? This is your moment to invest in those bonds. At the same time, it might also be the right time to gently let go of relationships that no longer serve you. Doing so with sensitivity and understanding is the best approach for everyone involved. Have you ever had to part ways with someone, not out of anger, but because you both had grown in different directions? Those moments can be bittersweet, but they also pave the way for growth and new connections. On the other hand, with all this emotional clarity, you might feel a strong desire to go after what you want, no matter what. And while that determination is admirable, it's important to keep things in balance. Be mindful of your actions, and try to avoid getting swept up in impulses that could lead to awkward or disagreeable situations. It's easy to stray from a sensible path into more destructive ways, whether that's indulging in excessive behavior with food, shopping, or even in your love life. We've all been there, right? Those moments when we think, why not, only to realize later that we might have gone a little overboard. If you find that things have come to a halt or aren't progressing the way you'd planned, don't get discouraged. Sometimes, the universe throws a curveball, and while you might not have bargained for a change of course, it doesn't mean all is lost. Instead of wasting all your energy trying to push through an obstacle, consider taking a detour. It might take a bit longer to reach your goal, but that detour could offer valuable experiences you wouldn't have encountered otherwise. Have you ever found yourself on an unexpected path that ended up being better than what you'd originally planned? Life has a funny way of working out like that sometimes. And if finances are on your mind, today's energy is perfect for settling outstanding financial matters. Whether you're tackling debts, budgeting, or considering larger purchases, your instincts are sharp right now. You're in a good place to make sensible investments, and the advice you receive is likely to be more conclusive than usual. Maybe you're thinking about making a big purchase, a car, a home, or something else significant. Trust yourself and the process. You've got this. I'd love to hear from you. How are you navigating this moment of letting go and moving forward? Have you recently made decisions to strengthen certain relationships or part ways with others? And what about your financial goals? Are you feeling that clarity to make smart choices for your future? Let's share our experiences and support each other as we embrace the good that's ahead. Together, we can move forward with grace, confidence, and a clear vision for what's next.